There's Cookie Dog, and there's Dallas. And I didn't do an intro for the last video because it was my first video with my GoPro, and I didn't know what I was doing or how to use it. I'm getting a little more acquainted with it now. Today I'm going to the Caney Fork River, just like my last video. I'll be doing a different section of the river though. This is my little command center where all my fishing supplies live. I've got everything I need for the day locked and loaded. And in the back of the SUV. All right. We'll do some gear checks and stuff like that as time goes on. I throw this bad boy on top right here. And we are out the door. All right. I'm here at Canoe the Caney, just like my last trip. Thought I'd show you guys around their little spot. It's pretty cool. I have a season pass with these guys, which means any day I come out, they'll just take me up and shuttle me down to the river and bring me back to my car. Really kind of cool. Okay. I'm here at the Caney. It's 10:30. The water was supposed to be pushing until 11 o'clock. As you can see, it's completely flat, dead. The generators were supposed to be on till 11, and they're not. So I'm gonna shove off and start paddling. I'll make the best of it. Okay. Cast up in there. We're gonna bounce it along the bottom, right past this tree, in what looks to be about 3.5 feet of water. When I feel a bite, there you go, I'm gonna lower the line down to it, wait to feel it again, set the hook. Oh, I missed it. That's okay. There he is again, set the hook, and I missed it. That's usually why I tried to lower it down. I've missed it 3 times now. It's active, it's coming for it. It's coming back for it every time. That's 4. That's 5 times it's come after it. Drop it down, let it sit right back in that spot. See if it picks it up a 6th time. Pressed up against this mud bank. This is a good area. There's a hit. Oh, boy. Maybe he'll come back. There he is. Oh, must be little. There we go. I finally hooked it. It feels little. It is the tiniest trout ever. Wow. Wet my hand. And that's a brown trout. And that's why it was so ferocious. These things are crazy mean. And there he goes. Get that little hook out of there. Yay. Over there. Number one thing for catching trout in this river is just to be here. They hit all the time. They hit all kinds of stuff. Really doesn't matter what you do. I'm coming in just right. I'm gonna anchor here and start casting into there. Okay, I've cast it into this hole once, and I'm just slowly bringing it back because this water doesn't move here very much. And It gives that worm a little action. I moved down just a little bit. Pulled up my anchor. Wonder if they're whistling at me. Thank you. That was for me, right? I thought. Oh, thank you. Come on, worm, don't let me down. This little hole is usually full of fish. All right, cast that out there and set it down and work this jig. Let's keep this camera on this rod tip here. Fish just not as active as they were yesterday. That first brown trout nibbled so many times before I finally hooked him. Oh, there's something down there looking at it. That's a trout, but they have had a lot of stuff look at it with no interest today. Little interest. I was leaving this spot and I cast it out behind me to drag it out of here, and now I'm getting a bite. And I hooked him. Boy, it's been tough to hook these fish. That one bit 3 times, and they're tiny, man. Go ahead and pre-wet my hand. There we go. Okay, what is this? Another brown. Brown have to be 24 inches to keep. This one looks to be about 8.5. 24 inches. This is about 8. And there it goes. Passing by these bluffs. Really cool holes coming straight out of those rocks. Look at the perfect circle of a hole. And then there's a big cave. And of course, in the entrance of the cave, there's a bite and there's a fish. In the entrance of the cave, there's looks like a Gatorade bottle. I wish people wouldn't do that. But you can't control other people. You can clean up after them though. Wet my hand just in case I get to touch this one. And it is a rainbow. And it's hooked right in the lip, which is lovely. I love when that happens. It's a good color on that fish. And it's right back in the water real quick. Look, I'm cool with holding them out of the water a little while to get a picture and stuff. Especially if it's a Tennessee anglers recognition program, which is something I'm trying to participate in. The rules and regulations are very specific about what's a trophy fish, and if you'll take a picture of it, you can get yourself, for a few bucks, a plaque that recognizes you as, you know, probably one of just a mini handful of recreational anglers that are master anglers of a sort. And it's neat. They have 4 classes, I believe, of certification. And I'm going to get pictures of fish that are trophies. Now, I've caught a few since I heard about this program, and I've tried to take pictures of them on my golden ruler, and they have not been successful pictures. I've gotten pictures where you couldn't see the whole fish. Pictures where the fish was jumping out of my hand actively and back into the river. And that's going to happen because they encourage you to catch and release these fish if you're going to be a master angler. So I'm gonna do the best I can for these fish and for you guys every time, but I can't guarantee 100% success and no kill rate. I will try to eat some stuff, especially if I can't keep it alive and it's legal. But TWRA put it to me best when they said, turtles gotta eat too. So I try not to feel too bad about it. I just try to do the best I can by everybody, including all these people coming down now. Boy, there's a lot of them. We'll try not to get too many of them on camera. Oop, I just had one on and it got off, and there he is again. Ooh, and that's probably the best fish of the day. Yeah, I got one right here. Check here, watch, it'll be like a fishing show. I'll get it to jump. Oh, this is a good one too. Real good one. It's looks like a walleye. Yeah, it's a walleye. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Yes, sir. Are there fish in this water? Okay, let's see here. I caught a walleye yesterday after my battery ran out at the end when I caught that drum. And it was way bigger than this. It was 4 pounds. Yay! Look at there. Nice walleye. Let's get them off camera. And dozens of people that went by, and there's dozens more to go. And then there's these 3 guys in this cool boat, one of them floating, neato, wonky, banana-looking boat thingies. You know what I'm talking about. They're over fly fishing, which is fine for people who like to fly fish. I just, I tried, but I wasn't all that into it. And I was told once you catch a fish on a fly rod, that'll be it. Yeah, I've caught a bunch of fish on fly rod ever since I was a little kid. I like doing this better. It's okay. I also use spinning rods and don't really have any bait casters. And that's okay too. Getting a bite here. Dragging through this little side. There he is. Hooked him. Yes. Ooh, tink, tink, tink. Oh, it came out of his mouth. We might go back for it, even he had a heck of a fight with it. They're crazy. No, that's the bottom. Okay. I am gonna anchor down in that tree right there. I'm gonna hunker down right in the middle of it and wait for everything to calm down. And I will be able to hopefully sight fish these trout. And there's some good ones in here. This is one of the first really good spots where you can sit way out in the water in a deep spot and watch them hit. We'll see how that pans out. Damn giant gar just went through right underneath me. Huge. I was contemplating shoving this thing in the water for the first time. But that's why I'm parked here, because that thing was at least 5.5 feet. It was huge. The girth was huge on it. And if you sit here long enough, calm enough, stuff just appears under you. It doesn't even know you're here. It thinks you're part of the tree. So I'm gonna see if I can't pull something out of here. I'm getting a bite, but it's so hard to hook these fish today. And I missed it again. This is ridiculous. Here, I'll put it on camera. Watch this fish bite. Yeah, thanks, fish. Made me look like an idiot. It doesn't matter. It's just such a delicate bite. They're definitely not swallowing, which is fine with me. Good grief. I can feel the worm is still there. I'm gonna reel it in and try again. Golly, it's all twisted up from riding in the water. The river's pushing pretty good right here in this corner, just above this corner. Nice twist in the line. Worm's pulled down. Hook's not covered. Should be fine. Let's do this one in real time. Cast, blink, flip the bail, check the drag, drink the Coors. He's yelling vominos down there. Let's go. Conchito, I don't even know what that means. Probably something funny. Beep beep. Oh, they know the people on the street. Mexalente. Oh man, this log is a muddy mess. I am a muddy nightmare. Everything on me is covered in mud from sitting against this log. And I haven't caught a single fish here. Oh, and I'm still waiting on that bite I promised you guys. Come on, bite. You know what? It's been a tough day. I've caught some fish. It's just been slow going. The bite's tough. And they're not in the typical places where I would think they'd be. And there's one just above me, taunting me, feet away. I need to sit here so I can try and get footage of more of those big giant gar. I've never seen a gar this big. This thing was monstrous. I decided to pull away from that tree that you can see there. And as I do so often, cast back up into the hole and drift away from it. Oh, no way it got off. I was fighting a fish this whole time. Man, it was a good one. Oh, it came back. Oh, goodness, it came back. And I don't think I have it hooked now. I think I have it foul hooked. No, it's hooked. We'll go ahead and wet my hand. Grab this trout. Yes. Oh, goodness. Yes, yes. You're very upset. And when you grabbed it, you swallowed it. I know, so here comes time for surgery, buddy. There he is. Little guy. Take off, buddy. Good man. I caught this little sculpin. He's very cute. As far as sculpin go, that's pretty much normal size. They're really good bait because if you can see the way I'm manhandling it, there's no fear of any fins or spines or anything. What a cute little guy. He's so sweet. Oh, he bit me. Why did you bite me, Mr. Sculpin? I am friend of all the animals.